Mona was really sad that you weren't here.
She was.
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys,
Yeah, she was.
You have no idea. Like, I love Mona so much. I do.
She
just
even held it down when we tried to pit you guys against each other.
I know. I saw.
Oh yeah, because you watched the episode.
I saw that. With Mark leading in charge. I saw that.
That's our first time joining Patreon. That was our very first time watching the episode. Go ahead, Mel.
Yeah, I saw that. No, Mona's amazing, and I saw that. I saw
Well,
the
we can't wait,
stunt y'all
man.
pulled.
Me and you got to go to dinner again, I think. So,
Really? No,
I think just got to see what's going on. Quick little temp check. Check the temperature, see how my man is doing.
What's good, Elevators? It's your boy Elevation here with another episode of the JBP Elevated, where we speak on the Joe Budden podcast and all of his co-hosts on and off the pod.
Was finally able to get caught up on the Patreon today, and I didn't realize it was going to go the way it did. Shout out to Wale. I am a fan of the music, yes, but I don't know if I can get down with you podding. This is probably the first guest in a long time that I haven't thought was going to join the JBP and the JBN. Even though he probably is the closest to Joe out of all the recent guests, but no. I don't know what's up with the emo thing. I don't know why it seems like he's complaining all the time, even though he's not. Maybe it's just his, I don't know. I'm gonna get off that though. But after he left, I did notice a whole bunch of things going on with the co-host. I'm concerned. Why is Mel firing at Mark, letting it be known that Mark is firing at her? And I'm not saying firing like shooting shots, but she's letting it be known, Mark, you're on my shit list. Why is Flip going at Joe about everything he's doing at the JBP? You want to come join us over here, Flip? It's not as lucrative as where you're currently at, but it seems like you're trying to feed us information every chance you get. Or you're getting the information from us, one or the other. I don't know. It's confusing at this point. Initially, when you broke the fourth wall, that was your thing. And you ran with it, and then Joe tried to stop it. But then you said F everything you're talking about, and I'm still going to find ways to get on that. And then I don't know what your obsession is with Mel, but it's starting to get creepy. I pointed it out initially. I thought she checked you, but she hasn't done it since. I thought that insolent child line was going to sting, but maybe she's going to have to do it again. Joe is off and on, and right now he's in an off stage, but yours is just a constant on, like your switch is broken. It's weird. And I don't even want to speak on your family. I'm just speaking on the obsession that you have with Melyssa Ford. What is going on with that, sir? But let's get back to you and Joe. What are you trying to get on one of the shows that he's dropping? Is there something wrong with him dropping more shows on his network? Because you have a network and you got, it seems like, a multitude of shows, because you cover different things and you have different ways that you format your content. So what's the difference? Because he has a bag, because he has a sponsor? I don't know. I'm confused. You should be wanting to get on these shows. Initially you were down for it, and then it seems like because people were saying you were in a 360 deal, you got off of it and you wanted full creative control. Well, Mark doesn't have any creative control over anything. He's on the Ian and Mark show. He's seemingly putting up a fight, but yeah, nigga, here's your show. You're joining me. You're helping me produce my show since everybody was hating on me. But because my head is down, I'm going to keep going forward, trying to show Flip. Even if it starts off a little rocky, you can get on board. But you weren't with that. So I'm confused. Why are you trying to sabotage my network, but you're not trying to leave the network? Joe said, your queen's fixed. He meant it, because every time he says it, come on. Come on, what? I'm confused. Why do you have, not hate, that's too strong of a word, or jealousy? I don't know what it is. But whatever it is, why are you showing it towards Joe? Especially since you're still here and you're still able to thrive in your own lane. So now we have, I don't want to say beef, but we do have some tension brewing behind the scenes again. Because now is Melyssa going to take shots at Mark every chance she gets? is everybody up there starting to see the performative nature that Mark carries himself with? And I'm not saying it's bad because the content is good, but if you're dealing with that person in real life, it's hard to differentiate the two. I don't know if he's being for real or if he's joking. And since his sarcasm is top notch, I really don't know if he's telling the truth. So that's something that they're having to deal with. Everybody's getting over the performative nature. And because he's shining, that means they're failing, in their eyes at least. And of course, we always speak on it. So that's gotta hurt. It's gotta sting. So Mark's doing his thing. The network is seemingly going up, and we don't have a clue as to what's happening behind the scenes. Yes, I'm gonna carry myself differently too. Whether it's gonna make me grind and work harder and try to get more power, equity, point, whatever it is that you can receive at a JBP, or I'm gonna have antipathy towards this nigga and I'm just gonna sit here and collect a check. I don't know which route you choose, but it's not a facade. This is not COE. This is not them acting. I don't Flip and Joe, y'all gotta, whatever it is that y'all are going through, you have to get over that. Because if y'all are in alignment, it'll make the network go up faster. It's better if we all work together. Because I notice I haven't brought Flip's name up at all when it comes to being fired or replaced. But you're already seeing what happens when you can get replaced, because Mark is replacing the spot that you were supposed to have. What happens when another A-list or A-Mike, Alpha Mike comes in to the podcast and you feel even worse about your position? Because that's all this is over. Flip is upset and he's trying to quote-unquote sabotage things because he's upset at the position he currently has at that place. He had it all and then he fumbled it. Just like I said Joe did the Spotify bag. I don't know. But like I said, Wale, be a guest, make your music, come out with another album. Because like I said, I enjoy music. But, oh man, he did say something that I don't know if I heard it right. But it is weird and I want to know if it happens often and to who. Because maybe it was at the BET Awards, but he said that he won an award and they announced to him before the award was presented that he won. But once the award was presented, Kendrick Lamar won the award. And they gave it to him, but then they went after the fact, after it wasn't broadcast and acknowledged or anything. They went after the fact and were like, no, Wale, you won. That's our bad though, our mistake. And then they don't publicly acknowledge it. I wonder how many top tier artists have received awards that they actually haven't received. Because it's not like we're going back and checking. I'm not like, oh, he's 13-time Grammy winning. No, if you win a Grammy, that nigga won Grammys. Basically is how I look at it. So that's very interesting. Because if they're willing to do that with an award, what the hell else do you think they're doing that with? Oh yeah, no, it's yours. Then you see somebody else get the credit, quote unquote, the acknowledgement, quote unquote, the point, quote unquote. This is too much of a correlation to us just agreeing verbally to everything. It sounds good. They seem serious as they're saying it to us. Oh, cool. But then when shit hits the fans, you're like, oh, I got gypped again. So I'm not mad at him for having the anxiety towards the industry that he has. It's just, I don't want to hear it when you pod. But as always, I appreciate all the support. Unfortunately, we got to pay attention to the tension that's brewing behind the scenes yet again. Because I thought we were going to get over it. I thought the Prize Picks bag was going to get everybody on board. It seems like Flip is on board in Prize Picks. It seems like Ish is on board with Prize Picks. Ish's whole demeanor has changed. He's been better potting. Flip has been more mature. It seems like he was getting better potting. But him and Joe still going at it. And I understand Flip makes his own bread, but clearly Joe makes more, because if he didn't, you wouldn't be on his network still. You would have went back home. But as always, I appreciate the support. Hey, let me know if y'all think 3 videos is too much or if y'all think it's not enough. I need to hear everybody's input. The viewership, y'all doing y'all thing on the views. I'm not concerned about the views. I'm trying to hear from my community as opposed to just throwing it out there and then losing y'all as a result. But like the video if you like the video. Subscribe to the page if you haven't. If you have, you already know what it is with us. See y'all a little soon. Whether it's tonight or tomorrow, who knows? Peace.